perfecto.
Hey, everybody,
Yeah,
etc. Don't forget to refresh.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay fresh.
Yeah. All right, so we got a three-way action. Me, Spencer, and Karen. I mean, Sevian, So, and Fabi. Karen and Spencer think So is going to win. And so forth.
Mainly and
Yeah.
so forth. Who do you think's going to win then?
I'm going to go with Fabi.
Mm.
Now, the important question, which I don't know the answer to, if Fabi wins his first two games, because he plays the first two games,
Uh-huh.
the third game doesn't matter for first. It's over. And I know that I'm pretty sure Fabi gets first, like he gets the money.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if second and third are split or they're actually second and third, then they will play the third game.
Wait, you're saying that if you win the playoff,
Yes.
you win the money?
That's correct.
That's crazy.
That's the way it's always done here. Yeah.
But that's pretty unusual, wouldn't you agree?
In the U.S., it's really unusual. Yeah. But I wonder if they're going to play the third game. The only way we're going to find out is if Fabi wins the first two.
Right.
Because if he doesn't win the first two, then there's a third game.
No matter what.
Right. But if he wins the first two, there doesn't need to be a third game for first. But if they want to differentiate second and third, then yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they care about second and third literally. Karen?
C.L. Smith said that he still thinks it's going to be Danya.
He said that here. I don't see it.
It scrolled up.
Oh, okay. Danya's the favorite, but not a big favorite. He's like a little favorite.
He said, let me get it.
Yeah.
I'm misquoting a little.
So this
I still have a
event.
good feeling about Danya.
Yeah. This is 10-minute with, I believe, a 2-second increment, unless I'm wrong. And this is the first game. Fabi's white against So. Second game, Sevian is white against Fabi. Right. And the third game, Wesley is white against Sevian. If somebody has more points than the other two after that, it's over. If there's a tie for first, then they do more stuff.
Wait, now I have a question.
Yeah.
So let's pretend two people tie for first.
All right.
And then there's a third person with less points.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens then? Do all three of them still keep playing?
No,
or only
no,
the
no,
top two?
no, just the top two.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I would figure.
Right, yeah.
Hey, who
Buddy.
won Tungstinka?
C4, I refreshed, and then he moved.
Oh, so who is this again? This is
Fabi's
Bobby
white
Wesley?
against So. What's your opinion of the result of this
Draft.
game?
Draft.
Draw?
Yeah.
What's your second result? What's the second most likely result?
1-0.
Man, you said So was the favorite.
Yeah, still. But it's just so likely to be a draw.
Hey, this is the line Pochel used to play,
yeah.
and I transposed this position against Talia. E4, E5, knight F3, knight 6. I played C4. She played knight F6. I played knight C3. She played bishop C5, which is actually okay.
Better, probably.
Man, that's some fast. This is the old main line.
Oh, well, he played bishop b4 when he could have played bishop c4.
Right, bishop b4 is considered better,
Okay.
but bishop c5 is sort of new. I don't know the move a3 because they usually just play g3, bishop g2.
Mm-hmm.
And black takes this anyway, and So didn't take it. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, normally you take it, then you develop your pieces and play a6, b5. That's
Maybe
the
he
standard.
won't fianchetto his king's bishop then.
No.
That's the point.
I mean, they're playing instantly, so I guess this is with theory and prep. And then he took on e3, surprising the audience. That's weird to take on e3 later. And then knight e7, knight g6, like I'm playing. This is like I'm playing both sides.
Hey, Kochka, how's it going?
Just because the players are playing quickly doesn't mean it's prep, because it's a 10-minute game. So, yeah, 10 minutes. The second game, Sevian is going to be white against Fabi. I don't know if they're playing a third game if Fabi goes 2-0. I have no idea. Probably Fabi won't go 2-0, so we'll see a third game.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Poco.
I don't know. I think like black's pretty happy here.
Who would you bet on in arm wrestling with the three of them?
Hey, Lawful.
Wesley.
He said Wesley.
Let's see.
Let's say Sevian.
Wow.
See, I don't know what Sevian looks like, and I was saying that I was forced to choose who was the best looking of the finalists. And so I picked Sevian based on the pictures they're using in the tournament. And then somebody claimed he's chubby. So
He's a little overweight.
So now, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad arm wrestler. So
It could help. Even.
who's the tall? I don't know enough about their
Wesley's
physical
probably
dimensions. I've seen Fabi, not tall. I've seen Wesley in person. I
Pretty
just
tall.
can't quite remember. I'm going to go with Sevian again. Best looking by hair and best arm wrestler.
But does he have the best hair?
I think he might even have the best hair.
Wow.
Right.
Got
Now,
everything.
just to explain something
Still
to you
lowest rated.
that Karen doesn't agree with, but women in general, not her, all pick Fabi as the best looking of the three.
That is absurd.
Of the three, they all
I
pick Fabi.
I love Fabi, but come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, that's what they got.
Homely.
They got Fabi.
Okay, then I'm done.
Sorry. Yeah.
No way. Come on. And I mean,
Karen's favorite after Naroditsky.
and very slight in build. I could kick his ass. I mean, I'm serious.
Yeah, women always say they can kick guys' asses, and then Spencer knows what happens.
Well,
Okay, now hold on.
what do you think?
Who would win in a fight, her or Fabi?
I don't know.
Fabi's a guy.
Probably Fabi.
Right, he's a man. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, more importantly than that, Karen obviously thinks Naroditsky's the best, looking of all players in the world. But a close second is Magnus. Who you got, Magnus or Naroditsky?
Magnus.
Yeah, I know she likes Magnus because that 2850 rating, she's like, God damn. What's Naroditsky's
No,
rating? Ridiculous.
Magnus is better looking, but what I've always said is I think he's a nice looking guy, but he's not all that, is all I'm saying. I don't see how he had a modeling
He's in
career.
good shape,
Yeah,
Did you pick
he's a nice
Magnus
looking guy.
over any other GM other than myself, of course?
I've seen some other nice looking ones, but I can't remember their names.
Yeah, the truth hurts.
None of the super famous ones.
Okay, so Queen D2.
are
This is the
great.
boring world of
I
Niels
don't think
Bohr.
Ariane is good looking. His nose is too feminine. I don't like that feminine nose on
This
Kari.
move, Spencer, rookie one is too advanced
The
for
nostrils. I don't know. Something about the nostrils.
Yeah.
That he put his rook behind several things.
Yeah, I think Amon's attractive.
Yeah, that's no good.
Just centralize.
Why?
Yeah, the engine doesn't know what to do either. It just plays randomly. Yeah,
But A5 makes sense because he played rook away from A1.
yeah, I agree.
I know. Let's watch. I said So was gonna win.
This game,
No,
Oh.
the
nobody thinks So's going to win the game, but they
Playoffs.
both think he's going to win the playoffs.
Yep.
Scratching my head
no.
in confusion.
I think
Yeah.
that.
All right. Makes sense.
It does.
I think
Why not?
that
All right.
each of them can win as white.
Fabi's
Yeah.
playing weird. Like normal move here is rook B1. Like bishop D1.
I'm supposed to say Fabi's going to lose with white? That's crazy.
I said Fabi's going to win the whole thing, but he's playing so weird.
Well, he's my
Yeah.
second favorite. I think it's gonna be close.
Whoa,
I don't, in
D4.
general, don't like So.
Yeah, the engine says boo, boo.
I think he
That's
does
why he played rookie one.
well with quicker.
Yeah, but it doesn't
time
like
controls.
anything Fabi's doing.
All right, Wesley's so good in fast time controls. And slow ones, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's about equal. And Fabi has slightly less time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the rules, but if I had to guess, no draw offers allowed, I would guess.
Still?
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. Because I don't think they want that. They want, same rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, live by my rules.
I mean, Fabi's generally considered a little bit worse in faster time controls. I would think.
What if Wesley named his son Soda? If Wesley has a son, that'll be news to me. God damn.
Well, wait, hold on a minute. D5 here?
Yeah, the engine hates
Very
that move.
surprising move.
Yeah.
It looks really anti-positional.
Yeah, the engine hates that move. I don't even know which pawn he took.
One of
Took
the
on
re-
D5, I think.
One of the reasons I wasn't picking Fabi is also he doesn't seem to be quite on his game. I know he had that
Yeah,
rally
true.
there at the end, so I just felt like he's not quite himself right now.
This seems very poor for white.
The C5, let me just get off
Yeah, I
the
mean,
C5.
black has the C file
C5 square.
and the C5 square for his knight, and E3 could be attacked, and queen can go to B6.
Better bishop.
Rook and this knight could also go to C5. This bishop is shallow and pedantic. Yeah, I mean, just black's better. Yeah, very poor positional play by Fabi.
Yeah.
I don't like that move, or that move. Otherwise, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, Wesley was always playing for a draw, so he's like, wait, I'm better. What am I supposed to do now? So he doesn't know what to do. He's confused. Fabi's confusing him by being slightly worse. Good idea.
Yes, my pink hair is natural.
Mm-hmm. Danya's the greatest of all time. He's the favorite, but still.
Right.
Yeah. All right, they made some quick moves. Rook EC8, of course.
Yeah, easy move to
Bishop
make.
D3, and he played very, I don't know what the word is, but Spencer and Karen will tell me. A4, committal.
That looks right.
A4.
Because B5 is going to target.
Yeah, he could put his knight here. He could put his queen here and attack this and this and this. And he can double up on the bubble up. Yeah. And I'm not telling you Black's plan, White's plan.
Frankly.
No, I mean, normally
Rook B1.
White's plan with an open F file would be to do something there, but do what? What are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, when I played Anand in 1986 and he played bishop takes bishop, I took with a piece, but he said maybe I should take that way. But he was wrong. Taking with a piece was right. His positional play when he was 16 wasn't any better than when he was 30. Did Karen buy a new jacket? She's a new tie wearing. No.
No, I've had this jacket. This was actually my mom's jacket, R.I.P.
Yeah. Okay, so Queen B2. Did I send you the obit from Trump about
Yeah.
Howell? Yeah, that was a good obit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that was real.
Right,
but
a
it
lot
was
of people
real.
said it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
real, so we went to the internet and everybody said, and all the newspapers like, yeah, that's what he said. Oh man. He was basically like, fuck your couch, but R.I.P.
yeah.
But R.I.P.
But anyways.
But anyway, R.I.P. Yeah. I hated him more than I hate anybody, R.I.P. Like, all right, what? Okay, Queen B2. Yeah, people think it's fake because it's so stupid,
ridiculous.
but it's Trump's. They're like, I don't know. I mean, it's not fake. And it wasn't. Queen D8, obviously. Queen B4. So the engine really likes black and plays the natural Queen B6, recommended by Aretha Franklin, obviously, because it's natural. But he played Queen A5 because Wesley likes to draw. You don't want to win, draw. And
Trying to make idiots
the engine
out of
says
us.
like after takes, it's equal instead of after Queen B6. White's
easy
position
to
sucks. Yeah. So it's terrible. Like definitely should play Queen B6, keep the queens on, and the queen's pressuring this. This queen's defensive. Now the reason he didn't play it is that he was probably worried about that. And then the engine says black wins. Rook takes, always sack the exchange, and knight G4 resigns. Man, tough engine. I wouldn't resign here if I was white, but the engine resigns. It says like this is the best move, losing immediately. Because my knight's coming in here, my other knight's coming in here, and it just says that the rooks are terrible. And then there's a note that says always sack the exchange from Stockfish. Hard to understand. So they both underestimated that. So he was like, my pawn's hanging, no. So he played here.
Right.
Okay. And then Phil Collins said throwing it all away, and then he was arrested for being terrible. Yeah.
If only.
If you were the judge, guilty, 1,000 times guilty.
Hey, Sven.
Yeah.
Hey, Sven.
Rook C1 forced. Then he backed it up. Knight A2. Fabi wants to go here, and he wants to trade all the rooks off first. The engine doesn't like this move because of the very obvious knight G4. Attacking this pawn, and it's hard to defend. King here's illegal. Well, okay, he played it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rook E1, you trade rooks.
Right, he played Rook
Oh,
FE1.
Then knight takes.
Yeah, it says Rook AE1 is worse. But yeah, it's this like random slow play.
No,
Not a specific reason, just terrible.
Get his rooks in.
So he played Rook FE1. And then instead of taking on C1 and taking the file or attacking the B pawn, for example, if we take, which is the correct move, okay, now if Rook takes, this is not defended so well. And if Knight takes, this isn't defended so well. So Black has a big advantage. But Wesley doesn't want a big advantage, so he played King F8.
Maybe he was afraid he'd recapture with the rook and sacrifice the e-pawn to play rook c7.
That's what I thought. And the engine laughs in our faces. That seems very reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engine ignores it and plays here. because this bishop's attacked.
Yeah.
Always play bishop f1, then you take it. Yeah, it says black's like close to winning here.
All right, this is totally unclear.
Right, I agree. That's why he didn't do it. Wesley doesn't like unclear. Wesley likes equal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So king f8. Both players have about the exact same amount of time. Knight b4. Okay, it says that's a mistake. Trading rooks is still correct. And then just trade all the rooks.
Mm-hmm.
So rook takes, rook c8, takes. Then we got to defend this. I guess with knight c2. Boo. Yeah, it actually gives this pawn away for nothing. So I want to see why. The engine doesn't defend the pawn, but I don't know why. I would defend the pawn.
It can't like get counterplay somewhere?
Yeah, it plays knight d2 and then knight takes e3. But why can't I go here? It just plays randomly. King here, knight here. It says black's better.
Yeah, black should be better.
Yeah, not much. Okay, so he played king e8 because Wesley's setting up for the next game. Yeah, he wants to trade rooks and go here and the game's over. But you can't defend this pawn. That's what he's hoping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, h3, knight d2.
I figure since he went a4.
Now he changed his mind and played king e7. Triangulation. Now white's better. Because black is doing nothing. Now after knight here, white's better. So the king here wasn't right for some reason. Yeah, very, what's the opposite of incisive?
Floundering.
Yeah, floundering play. Yeah. That's why when he goes, he gets a so roll.
Right.
Yeah, big advantage after here, it says. It says somehow this isn't right.
It's pretty, I would say, un-Wesley-like. He's usually very, precise. And
Yeah, not only is this a bad idea, but it's stupid to not, go there.
Yeah.
Why would you go here? Because you wanted to play knight e7 for no reason? This seems like a better square anyway. I could play bishop e8 and knight here and here.
Yeah.
So, this is...
Now he's got to worry about knight b6.
Mm-hmm. Now he's getting outplayed like a grandmaster.
Probably doesn't matter too much.
The engine said the best move is a move nobody would play, like here.
Mm-mm.
But I like his. Now his move is better.
His move's good, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, this is all forced. Now the engine really likes white.
Will he take on c5 or no?
Knight c6 check is the best move.
Whoa. Wow, that would be X-clam.
Yeah, then BC, rook takes, pawn takes, and then BC's better than DC. Okay. It's a marvel that DC isn't good.
Yeah.
Get it?
No.
Marvel, DC.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And now it's like d6 check, knight c4.
Yeah, it wants
check.
to go here now.
Yeah, because d6 check is coming up.
It says this is the greatest position ever for white.
Bishop e8 d6.
Mm-hmm.
X-clam.
Yeah. Then you can't take because I check.
Yeah.
Although you do take because you
Right,
take all the pawns and you're lost.
Lose your rook, right?
Yeah. Also, c7's winning.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, so knight c6.
Will he play knight c6?
The answer's fries.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, he can also take and play knight c6.
Right.
Also, it's 4 minutes to 1. It's too exciting. Now, let me explain something to you. If he doesn't play knight c6 now after trading, he's almost lost. The engine says, black's winning. So either he plays... So he did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he was losing if he didn't. So it's good to be winning instead of losing. Then he played here.
Crazy.
Yeah. And now the engine says Wesley's choking on his own rage.
Yeah.
The engine said that. That's a pretty good engine. He's a daisy if he does.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just like we said would happen.
So, yeah. Here,
Everything we
I'm
said.
the one who brought you Fabi before the event.
That's true.
You guys brought me So.
Yeah. But
However, you correctly said So wouldn't win this game.
Right.
So basically, the game was equal. So outplayed him and was better, and then Fabi outplayed him and he's better. So now it's So's turn. It's not a foregone conclusion because Fabi has a minute and a half.
Right.
So there's good and there's not good. That's
this
not
is
good.
Still complicated.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the engine wants him to sack this bishop.
We got to.
So king d8 is the best.
I'd probably play rook a7.
Rook a7 is second best.
Nice.
Yeah, the problem with rook a7 is if I take, you
Fork
can't take
down.
back because of forks.
Fork
You got to make
down.
some other move.
Ah,
That's why king here's better. Then I can do whatever I want. After king here, the engine doesn't take. It plays this. It says, I'll take what I want.
I mean,
Yeah, because if the bishop moves, I have D. You know, you got to watch it.
No, king D8 is.
I'm guessing after here he's going to take it.
I don't think you're going to play king D8.
But he's Wesley.
I guess.
You bet on him.
I know.
Then you're like, he won't play the best move.
Yeah.
No, he's Wesley.
Stop C7, I guess.
Wesley's Wesley.
It's hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you just can't move anything.
That was good notes. Wesley's Wesley. Yeah. So you see this pawn structure?
Yes.
I had a similar pawn structure against Sukandar in St. Louis, but I wasn't down a piece. Good. That was one of my best games. I played like a perfect game, and I went outside, and Yasser was smoking, obviously, and I told him the game while he was smoking, and he said, good. Even he said it. Yeah, if you can find my game with Irene, I beat her twice, but the game that I beat her, Spencer liked the opening. D4, knight F6, C4, E6.
Though, right?
No. Oh. C4, E6, bishop G5.
Oh,
and Yasser used to play that. Right.
Yeah.
Then I beat her again in an IMSO Indian, like you said. Right. I'm 2-0 against her.
Yeah.
All right, so he played the wrong move order he took, and then he played king D8, which is slightly worse than just playing king D8. Yeah, now it says 1.9. But all three results will happen because of the time situation. Yeah. If this was a slow game, then okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, he played knight d5, and the engine says, boo! The engine wants to play rook b1. And then it says, takes, knight e7. Yeah. And it went from 1.9 to 1. Oh, now it's going back up. Okay, now it's equal. Yeah, he played e4, but it wants him to play rook f1 because always force f6.
I mean, well, I would. Okay.
It says rook f1 is by far the best move. Otherwise, it's equal.
What's the problem with f6? Just weakens the light squares.
Yeah, right. Then when I play e4, I come around. Dun, 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 dun. Also g4, h4, g5, and I win.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't force f6. Now it says black's fine. Black's not worse.
The knight's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that's the greatest knight ever. And look who has more time.
So we're the ones who brought you so.
Right. Right. This is also a mistake. Now black's winning if he plays the explosive move,
F5?
which he did.
Oh, C4.
C4's explosive.
All right. But F5 is.
The engine thinks black's winning here.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because now this is hanging.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
Yeah.
Back in it.
I'm the one who brought you Wesley, but it was like 8 years ago. Yeah.
Dang. No, this is looking
Now, wait a minute. It's Fabi's turn now. It was equal, then Wesley better, then Fabi better, then Wesley better. So now it's Fabi's turn.
And Fabi has way less time.
Fabi's not going to have a turn because that's the greatest knight in chess history.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These pawns are all going to fall. So, yeah. Let's see. He played king e3. Wesley played king c7. Yeah, Wesley's the best player in his chair. Look at that time situation. Frankly, terrible. Man, you were the guys who brought me so.
Yeah.
It doesn't like c3. It wants to play here. And it says black's winning. I guess he didn't because this pawn's hanging. But I check and I win your bishop. So you can just do this and you win. Yeah, he played here. Yeah. And after c3, white's PO'd. But this is the only... Hold on. The only move that doesn't lose immediately is king d3. Which I would never play because I'm not going to be doing double duty here.
Well, the rook is guarded.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it. But he played here.
Solid move.
And then that loses to rook takes d5 because it's... Right, yeah.
Then he takes the a pawn, he figured.
Yeah, but then I got 2 passed pawns, 1 for each of you. Rook d2's plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. King takes c6 also winning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, everything's winning. Yeah, all those pawns fell apart. When I played Sukandar, those pawns, I queened them and mated her and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, those pawns were.
He has 1 second, it says Spencer.
When you're playing, 1 second's pretty.
Also,
good.
I think White lost on time because the game's over and Black won, and I don't think he played Rook A4 and resigned.
No.
He played Rook A4 and his time ran out.
Okay.
So he is losing, but yeah. So let's go to the critical. So the game's over. So won. You guys brought me so. All right. So in this position, Fabi played like a genius. Yeah. Okay, then here, he just made, every move he made was wrong. All of them.
But Rook B1, it was maybe King C7 he didn't like. Rook B1's a pretty natural.
Yeah. But then I could play check.
Well, no, I was...
Yeah.
Take your c-pawn?
Ooh, rook check, bishop b5 check. We get mated.
Oh, yeah,
Man,
check.
gotta watch it. But yeah, that's why he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fabi found knight e7, knight c8, knight d6.
Yeah.
So this is really good for white. Here, you don't want to allow that. Always
Right.
play f6. Then here, now if we play the same way, like I don't know what he did first,
Yeah.
right? The same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can come in, and if king c7 here, and then this is a tempo with check. Here it wouldn't matter as much because black could
That's
start
true.
getting counterplay.
Oh,
Yeah, that tempo is important. c4, rook here, if that pawn was here. In fact, if that pawn's here, this doesn't even matter. Now it matters. 'Cause
Totally.
that's amazing how bad f6 is. Incredible.
But not surprising to you, of course.
Right. So rook f1, the engine says he's winning.
Yeah.
Because
but
if you don't
that's
play
a very
f6,
tough defense.
god damn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead he played e4, and now black is in time to stop all this nonsense. Yeah. Now he literally doesn't care about that because this is defended, and then here comes the counterplay, and black wins, and white has nothing because that knight's too good. Who would have thought f6 would be so bad? Oh, wait. Who would have thought c4 would be so explosive?
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very complicated game.
hmm And then his center fell apart like dominoes, and it's checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
What's the quote?
The rest of the dominoes will fall like a house of cards.
Checkmate. Right. Futurama.
Mm.
Yeah. So the time control got to him.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure his flag fell.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he took this then instantly resigned.
The chat agrees.
Yeah.
That they said flag and
Yeah.
so wins because he
Mhm.
flagged, he lost on time, and
Mhm.
so on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So wins. Okay, so the only way for Caruana to win the U.S. championship is only one way.
Uh-huh.
He has to win his next game,
Yeah.
and then Sevian has to beat So, and there's a three-way tie. There is no other way.
Unlikely.
That's the only way he can win the U.S.
Impossible.
championship.
I mean,
Is if
possible.
he beats Sevian, Sevian beats So, and they have more playoffs. So that means, it's either Sevian or So now. And you guys were right, it's So. Yeah. Man, So hates to win. He was like, equal, stop it.
Right.
And then he's like, all right, you got 1 second left. I guess I'll win.
Yeah.